Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up, making some moves, got your mind in the right place. But if not, let's try to help put it in the right place. Got my hoodie on this morning. It's a little chilly willy out. I use the phrase chilly willy a lot. I used that with one of my students one day, and he's like, "Who's Chilly Willy?" I'm like, "Man, you don't know who Chilly Willy is? Y'all know who Chilly Willy is." Anyways, so I go out for my run. Again, it's a little chilly willy out, and listening to the goodies, of course. And then I wanted to come back in before I do some other things to share this with you, because it relates to the episode yesterday, and it just relates to just a lot of things on where we should be trying to go with the people around us, and where they're trying to go as well. It's really important, right? So still in the 10X book, okay? So if you're just hopping on, haven't seen this yet, I'm still reading the 10X book. As I'm listening to it. So I just did 3 miles, so I'm listening to it the whole time. It's like every day is, again, it's like 7 hours long, or a little over 7 hours, and I'll just randomly just pick different spots and just listen to wherever it's at, and just take off running. But I just happened to catch the section here where it relates to yesterday, and I wanted to share that. So it's reach up in relationships, all right? Reach up in relationships. In yesterday's episode, it was, everyone around you should be winning, okay? And then this is number 31, reach up in relationships. This is page 184. If it were up to me, this would be a basic course for every year that someone attended school. It would include drills in which people are encouraged to do things that they are not comfortable doing. The successful constantly talk about having people around them who are smarter, brighter, and more creative. It's unlikely that you'll hear one of them say, "I got here by surrounding myself with more people just like me." Yet the average person typically spends his or her time with like-minded, or even those who bring less to the table than they can. All right, I want to read that one more time so it sticks. Yet the average person, okay, keyword is average person typically spends his or her time with like-minded people, or even those who bring less to the table than they can. Make a habit of reaching up in your relationships toward people who are better connected, better educated, and even more successful. These individuals have much more to share than your supposed equals. This habit is connected to their willingness to change, challenge tradition, grow, and do what others can't fathom. Reach up, never sideways, and never down. All right? Reach up, never sideways, and never down. You must base your decisions on what will be the greatest investment to move you toward your ethical commitment to create success for yourself, your family, and your business. And I really like this, guys, because the whole time I'm running and I'm listening to this stuff, he's talking about your duty, obligation. It's your duty and obligation to success, to have success. Like that right there just really just gets me every time I listen to it. It's like, man, it's my job to win. Like I'm here to win. Like I'm supposed to be winning. And if I'm not, I'm doing my family and everyone around me, my students, my business, a total disservice. So I have to win, right? So you must base your decisions on what will be the greatest investment to move you toward your ethical commitment to create success for yourself, your family, and your business. The people with whom you surround yourself with have a great deal to do with whether you achieve your goals or not. You do not want to go horizontal. You want to go up, and you do this by associating yourself with bigger thinkers, bigger dreamers, and bigger players. This is where it gets cool, right? Because he's talking about black belts. I don't even know if he trains jiu-jitsu or martial arts. Black belts don't learn new skills from white belts, which I kind of disagree. They can be reminded of the basics, but a white belt cannot take the black belt to a red belt. Okay, that part's true. But you can still learn stuff from white belts, because white belts just do crazy stuff, and all of a sudden they come up with a new move. You know, hey, let me try that. So, and you can't become a scratch golfer by playing with bogey golfers. Okay, that probably makes sense, right? You have to interact with people who are better than you, and it's the only way to become better yourself, all right? So what I like about the audiobook, if you're listening to the audiobook, it's funny because he's reading his own book, right? So it's the Grant Cardone guy, and he's reading this book on the audio, and the editor will put words in here, and while he's reading it, he'll just go off and like I didn't actually say that, but my editor wanted that word in there. I don't even know what that word means, blah, blah, and he just talks, right? So I like that. But I would say with making it a habit of reaching up in your relationships toward people who are better connected, better educated, and more successful, what's left out in here is the mindset thing, okay? Because I know a lot of people that are really educated, okay, but they got weak minds. You know, I got people that are really good in jiu-jitsu. They got weak minds. There's people everywhere that are good in all kind of things, but it's the minds that are weak. It's the mind that gets broken down, and we could be winning in all these other areas, and then the second things go bad, the second things turn upside down for us, we break, we fold, you know. It's tough sometimes because you just run into certain individuals. It's like, man, you're better than that. Like take the mindset that got you to where you got you to with your bachelor's or PhD or your world championship or whatever it is that you excelled in the one area that you excelled in, and take that and build your mind up, because that's one thing that we're doing here. This is what I'm doing here with this stuff every day. It's not just reading it just to read it. It's reading it because I'm showing you guys every single day I read this stuff. Every single day I listen to this stuff. I mean, it's just hours and hours and hours of listening to this stuff. Normally Friday morning I kind of do my sweeping, mopping, kind of cleaning toilets kind of thing, cleaning up my house because I want to just relax on the weekend. And lately I've been doing it kind of like Thursday evenings before the night class. And that's what I listen to, sweeping, mopping, cleaning toilets, washing rugs, and doing all that stuff. It's what I'm listening to. When I'm running, it's what I'm listening to. I'm driving around town, running errands, what I'm listening to, whatever. So, yes, I want to be connected to, smarter individuals, better individuals, more educated individuals. But I also want to be surrounded by individuals that have tougher mindsets, stronger mindsets, like winning mindsets, to where doesn't matter what really happens, they're not going to be broken, because that's just what life is, man. Life is tough. It brings a lot of crappy things our way. And the second things go bad, on a flip of a switch, man, boom, an individual can just spiral backwards, downwards, because their mind isn't strong. They're working on all these other things, but then you're not working on your mind. You got to work on this stuff every day. Like, I'm feeding nutrients to my mind every single day. Like lately, I got this other house, so I'm like really big in, my yard work. I took care of my yard at the other house, but not like I'm doing here, And I'm like reading, and listening to how the grass and the plants and all this stuff that I planted, and I planted stuff in the backyard, it needs nutrients like all the time. It needs to be watered like all the time. Like, you can't let it go dry. You can't not fertilize the plants and the shrubs that you plant. They're gonna die, And the same thing with our mind. If we're not feeding this stuff constantly to our brain every day, and then things go bad, and you can't handle it. You can't handle what's going on around you, and you can't get control of your mind, and things just go all out of whack, and things just get really tough after that. I had a conversation with someone the other day. They were talking about how things were just not going their way, and I could tell where their mind was going, and I was like, gotta get control of it, man. Gotta get control of it real quick, because if not, man, you're just gonna go off in a really bad place. So, it's just one of those things where, you get comfortable, or you just, what was the phrase someone used one time? I think it was, I want to be the big fish in the small pond, okay? Literally, I've had a couple people tell me that, because of jiu-jitsu, our mat area is tough, our training room is tough, and they can't do certain things that they would like to do as far as technique-wise in the training room, because everyone around them is really tough, really good. So they go to a different school to where it's not as tough. They don't train the way we do, and they can pull off more moves, and they can beat up more people and tap more people, and so it makes them feel good. They feed their ego, so they're the big fish in the small pond, and that's not where you want to be. You want to be it's the other way around. You want to be around people that are better than you, that are doing more than you, that are going to push you, that are going to make you excel, that are going to crush you and tap you out, so that you can figure out where the holes are at. But if you're winning all your rounds and you're beating everyone up and you're the big fish in the small pond, how can you grow like that? I just can't understand that mindset. And lately, just quite a few individuals that I know have done that, and they're making themselves feel better because they can go and tap certain individuals out. But then they come back to our place, our training room, and they can't do that. They can't do that. They struggle. They look like they literally want to cry after practice because they're just getting, their butt handed to them, So it's just one of those things. Like, I want to be around, me personally, like if I had to go, like something happened to the school or I go on vacation or whatever, and I wanted to go train somewhere, like I want to go train at the best school, where the tough school. I'm not gonna go Google search results and be like, yeah, there's Altos, ALJ, and then there's this other school that I don't really know about. How about I go there and then I can go tap everyone out? No, I want to go to ALJ, go to Andre Galval's if I'm in vacation in California, and get smashed like that. I want to go learn what they're learning. I want to get better, So that's basically what this thing is saying. Like, you can be around like-minded people, but most likely the ones that you're around most of the time, if you're not really stepping it up, you're around average people and people that are bringing less to the table than you are. Minimal growth, if any. You want to be around people that are better than you, have the better, where they're going to push you. But the key thing I see in there that's kind of missing is the mindset thing. And then that's what these episodes are about. So you got to feed the mind, you got to push forward, and you can't be broken, man. You can't be broken. All right, you got to fix that up, got to put it back together, and got to get back in the win column. So hopefully that helps. So yesterday, got to put yourself around, winning people. And then today, episode is just, you got to reach higher up. Look for individuals that are doing better than you, that are better than you, and are going to push you. Not ones that are just like, again, the big fish in the small pond mindset. That's just whack, So I just don't understand that. Can't grow that way, You just false ego. All right, guys. Catch you guys on the next one. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. We'll see you.